Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Welcome to our first ever Daggerfall Until Wayward Realms stream, where we're streaming Daggerfall until we get Wayward Realms Early Access. So, before we dive into the game, I just wanted to make note of what we're running basically as far as mods. And we're running basically the beginner starter set because I still consider myself a Daggerfall beginner. So that's what I'm running with. The recommended by the experts, Daggerfall set. So, mod set. So, with that being said, I've, as far as I can tell, set everything up as correctly as I possibly can. Before I get into it, let me kind of set things up a little bit better. Can I pop out? There we go. So I can see when ads are coming on the YouTube side. In fact, let me just do one of these. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to add docs, and then how do you custom doc? Which add, I guess. So we're going to do Control V. I. It's gonna make me log. Is it gonna? Oh, it's gonna make me log in. Of course it is. Okay, that was not. Should have thought of that before. That's not what there. One moment. I'm going to figure this out before the first ad. That's what I want to do. This is. I apologize. Bear with me here. I'm gonna quickly. I'm gonna go back over here. Go do this, and then do boom, paste, and then log in. Remember this device for 30 days. Get another text message. First stream in almost a year. And of course, I run into the technical difficulties. 2900. All right. Let's go. Okay. And the ad's about to show up in 30 seconds. So I should have done this while the ad was running. That would have been smart. But I didn't know. So here we are. So I'm going to let that ad run. And I'll get it going. At least that way, nobody's missing anything. Do there. says add starting. It's not giving me the full timer. Let me at least run the music. Run the game and run the music here. There we go. So according to Twitch, the ad is over. And we got 55 minutes till the next one. So that's cool. Alright. So I have, let's go to advanced. I'm starting with starting dungeon, smaller dungeons. Because last time I did a playthrough of this on stream, I had a fun little time trying to figure out where to go, what to do, how to play, that sort of thing. I am not hampering myself with that again. This it's just not happening. So play. Mod issue, world tooltips and world tooltips. Fork. Severity minor. Present on both mods. Buildings, doors. may sometimes appear closed when they're not fixed. Fixed by standing directly next to the door before interacting with it. Use fork anyways. It offers greater mod compatibility and fixes unrelated minor bugs. Okay, that was random. That's not what I wanted to see. Made me nervous. Start new game. All right. So we are starting. Let's see. Bretons hail from the province of High Rock. You are part of a tall, fair-skinned people, highly intelligent, and with magic seems to infuse the very beings of the Breton people. Infuse the very being of the Breton people. As a race, they are more resilient to the effects of hostile magic than any other group. Thus, excellent in all arcane arts. Your character is your character to be a Breton? Yes, it is, and it's going to be male. I'm going to answering 10 questions to determine the class most compatible. I think I want to do this and then create a custom class. I think if it'll let me. I'm gonna do it anyway. Um, yeah, you know what? Can't decide. I'm gonna do custom and then just see. We are do custom class. This. All right. Primary skills. Our main primary skills is going to be a short short blade. We got restoration and mysticism. I think mysticism, mysticism. Um, and then I may have to look up the rest of my skills here. I pre-planned the build. Haven't really tested it out, but I have pre-planned it. So there's that. Let's see. Just find my build here. Yep. Okay. So then you got your major skills. You got three of them. Although, okay, you got three of them. So we're gonna go etiquette, mercantile, and oh, either thaumaturgy or medical. I think medical would work. I think for this pilgrim, medical would be great. Okay. So we're doing etiquette, mercantile, and medical. Because he at the start of things he is not a well traveled individual, but he will become one. Etiquette, mercantile, and medical. Either that or thaumaturgy. But I can make thaumaturgy a minor skill. So maybe medical can be a minor skill if I really want it to be. No, I'm gonna go medical. I think that just makes sense. Cool. Okay. I think. All right. And then let's do hand to hand for roleplay flavor. Let's do running because he's able to move, dodging, should I do climbing? Climbing was one I wasn't sure about. Let's see. Let me double check things. Let's see how I like it. Climbing and Daedric, and we can throw. Let's throw illusion in there. Or should we do thaumaturgy? It's so hard. Do thaumaturgy. Now we want to edit special advantages. Do spell. Where is it? Increase magery. 3 times int. Regenerate spell points in darkness. Spell. Come on. Oh, maybe we're not scrolling enough. Oh, this is all it's giving me. Hmm. I'll say in darkness. I think what I used is a little inaccurate. Unless I'm just missing it. There's regenerate health, resistance to disease. That even a thing. Resistance to disease. Okay. It's gonna make it a little more difficult. Special disadvantages. Special. No. Lower damage. Oh wait. I see. That's not what we want though. So no, we're not doing a vampire character. Hold on. No, not phobia humanoid. Hold on. Darkness. Tolerance. No. Uh, I'm thinking the build I made was made more for OG Daggerfall than it was for Unity now that I'm looking at things, which is unfortunate. Um, Forbidden shield types. Um, I'm not really. Am I going to use this shield? I mean, that probably is not the smartest move. Uh, Critical weakness. Not critical. I don't need critical weakness here. We don't need any critical weaknesses here. Um, Forbidden armor type. No, I need something to get those points down a little bit. Damage. No, we're definitely not playing this as a vampire of any kind. No, not inability to. Yeah, that's death sentence. Phobia. I don't know. Let's just say I cannot use tower shields. Barely give me any points. Yeah, that did nothing for me. Yeah, I guess I don't have any. Because what do we got? What would this character not use? Missile weapon? No, he'd probably use one. Didn't really give me. I guess this is it. My character is, immune to having disadvantages right now. Because I can't, none of those really work either for roleplay or for help. So exit that. I'm gonna name. This is a pilgrim of okay. That's what this is. And yeah, we need some high agility and high agility. Face the dagger any in above average endurance. Okay. Oh shoot. I don't want to do it. Then let's make him average. He should be average. We can just roll for higher stats. Because none of these I really want to dump anything. So yeah. Right. Oh, fast type, bro. Automatically generating your character's. Choose your character's career path by answering 12. Yeah. We're doing that, of course. Why wouldn't we do that? It's Daggerfall. That's the obvious solution. After the School of Restoration, what magic have you been studying the longest? Well, mysticism, of course. What motivates you into a life of adventure? Knowledge. In between formal study, you spent your time um sparring, swimming, socializing with aristocrats, I think. Or no, or learning economics. Both of these could work for this character. I'm gonna go with learning economics. Since childhood, you have saved a favorite book. Duh. In gratitude for services rendered, the Emperor gave you an ebony dagger, obviously. Always go for the ebony dagger, especially if your primary skill is short blade. That just makes sense. As you grew older, you received additional magic training in the School of Thaumaturgy. As a child, your nickname was uh, Quicksilver? Scrapper? I'm gonna go with Scrapper. You're friendlier most with the savage harpies, the simple giants, the immodest nymphs, the bucolic spriggans, the mischievous imps, the primitive centaurs, the infernal daedra, the glorious dragons, or the savage harpies. I like the idea of being the glorious dragons. Of all disagreeable types, you have the most personal hatred for. Um, let's see, diabolic wizards. Sounds about right. You were intimate friends with a monk. What god, if any, do you worship? Well, that should be obvious. Arcade, birth and death god. You have the most trouble resisting poisons, getting along with others, resisting magic, staying awake and alert, avoiding diseases, fighting. Ooh, none of these sound like good ideas. These sound like trouble waiting to happen. Um, I'm gonna say getting along with others. Yeah, my reputations have changed as follows. As followed. Name thyself. I'm just gonna call him Sam. This is kind of a self-insert character. And choose thy face. Let's see. What what looks closest to me? And also, I mean, there's not that there's that many options. I wish you could like choose one and then choose a color palette. for his facial hair. Like that would really get us the closest. Let's see. Let's go back to that ponytail guy. I mean, you know, maybe the gray haired goatee guy, like he kinda fits. But if I could change the color palette, that would have made it better. Okay. Now, all right, so let's see. What's our chance to hit 0? But that's agility, and we definitely want that up. Let's see. Because for short blade, that just makes the most sense. Hmm. I like luck being up a little bit makes sense too. Intelligence being up for this character makes sense. Here, no. We'll go back there and then do this. And then that gives us more spell points. Magic resist is 5. Chance to hit is +1. Can I reroll? Okay, now it's okay. Oh, we don't like that. Okay, let's bump that down to. I can't bump it down, but I have 13 points, so I'm gonna bump that back up to 60, and then intelligence can go also back up to 60, and then endurance goes up 1. I feel like that's a good character. I feel like that's a good role for this character. Speed being at 50 and personality being almost 60 is kind of good. Kind of good. I feel like that. Like I like that. We're gonna go with that. Oh, and now we get to boost our. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, why not just boost that up as much as possible, and then give a point to. So I have to. How do you? Oh, there you go. Here, click on. Give a point to restoration here, and then for this, put that at 20 just for the roundness, and then bump medical up to, and then etiquette can have the 2 extra points, and then mercantile being at 25 feels really good too. All right, and then can I bump hand to hand down? No, I can't bump them down. Dodging being up to 20 feels smart. And then running being up a tick more feels, because none of them really have any roundness to them. Maybe Daedra going up 1, and then running going up 1. But dodging being at 20 feels like smartness. Okay. Very high reflexes. Okay. So this is what we got. This is our character. I like our character a lot. This is Sam. Um, yeah. This is Sam the Pilgrim. All right. Okay.
400 years after Tiber Septim's reign, The beginning will meet the end, and the bloody circle will close in the Empire of Tamriel. The unworthy heirs of the Septim dynasty have allowed the bonds of the Empire to weaken and crack. Uriel Septim, the Seventh, cannot repair what his ancestors ignored. The provinces fight among themselves like neglected children, drunk with rebellion, and one indomitable power hides itself, but not forever.
Rest in peace, Julian LaFay.
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With a spectral army, he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now, my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
You wake and look around the room. Some hours ago, you were on a boat en route to Daggerfall when a storm of supernatural strength boiled over the Iliac Bay like a malefic creature. Your boat was destroyed, but you managed to swim through the churning water to a promontory rock. There you found a cave and escaped the fury of the storm. You had only just a small fire when a mudslide sealed you within. Your fear of being buried alive calmed when you saw the corridor leading out of the cavern. Perhaps there is a way out of this cave after all. Once free of the cave, you can begin the Emperor's quest. Daggerfall Unity has updated tutorial. It will teach you the basics of gameplay. Make sure you take notes on info if it presents. On the info if it presents. Do you want to use... Yeah, let's go ahead. Do you want to receive an early artifact quest as part of quest pack 1? No. The very first thing you want to do is check your keybinds. Press escape and click on control. The most important ones for now were your movement WASD and your weapon swing mouse by default. Attacking may involve holding swing button down and moving the mouse, or clicking the swing button or holding it down. This can be changed in the event section in the controls. Make sure your binds are acceptable, and another message will appear in 10 seconds. Okay. So we're gonna hit escape now, and then controls. All right. So let's see. So WASD, rest is RT is transport. Zoom mode F1, grab mode F2, info mode F3, talk mode F4. Slide right is D, slide left is A. Advanced. So moon. Okay. I think we're good. Can I save here? Just gonna do a game start save. There we go. Okay, page 2. Now press F6 to open your inventory. Equip any armor available to you and the best weapon you have. Best weapon refers to a weapon that your character is skilled in and or a very strong material. Elven, Dwarven. Without those two advantages, you almost never hit enemies. Next. Decision 15 seconds. No. Yes. 6. No, that was F5. But this is our muscular Sam, the Pilgrim of Arcane here. Okay, let's get the... We have... We have an iron dagger, we have the ebony dagger, and we have an iron short sword. Okay, so we have some backup weapons if we lose some durability. If we lose our dagger from durability issues, we have the ability to counter that. So that's good. Right hand equipped. Alright. Okay, equipping a weapon requires a short delay. When it's ready, press Z to bring it out. You can also use your fist if your hand-to-hand skill is high. Practice some attacks with a swing weapon. Next message. Oh, it's a... The mouse click is not the one I'm used to. Press R to rest when you need to regain health, stamina, or magicka. Those indicators are at the bottom left of the screen. You don't need to rest right now, but remember that for later. Yes. Okay. Alright, characters with magic available can also try casting spells. Though enemies will often resist your spells, press backspace to open your spellbook. If you are a spellcaster, double click on a spell to ready it. Some spells require a target and others cast automatically on yourself. If it's a targeted spell, use your left mouse to cast it after it's readied. Use Q to re-ready a spell that you cast before so you can... So left is magic, right is attack. Ooh, that's... I mean, I have to change that. Anyway. Okay, so it said backspace. And we have smelling salt, salve, bruise, heal. That's good. That's honestly probably the one we want to have ready most of the time. Smelling salts. Also, heal health, heal fatigue. Oh my gosh. That is, and it's only 5? That is cool. Berlina's Bomb also heals health. Knock. Open. Okay, that's cool. Knick-knack. Create item. Fenric's Door Jam. So this locks and this opens. Okay. And I have recall. I just need a mark. Oh my gosh. Because I think you need a mark spell on this, or is it one spell? I can't remember. But, I mean, the fact that I already have recall is pretty legit. Let's see. And the fact that I can heal both my health and my fatigue with spells is kind of crazy. So that's pretty cool. Oh, didn't mean to use it. That wasn't really my intention. You haven't saved the game yet, do so now. Press escape and click the quick save button. Finding controls advanced. At the bottom of the control screen is something you can also use to save. Okay. Yes. Alright. Let me see. Because I don't think I was paying attention to that one. Quick save. Screenshot. Quick save. It can't be F5, which would be my default. Darn, I don't know what to do. Alright. So we're not going to use quick save. Dang it. Advanced. Yes. Okay. Not gonna quick save. I gotta think of a one that's not being used that doesn't also affect the stream. It's gonna be difficult on its own. Continue. Okay, so we don't quick save. We just save the game. Game start. That's it. Okay. You're gonna give me another tutorial thing. I'm gonna search this. Don't even know. Your first step is to escape the cave. To exit this room, go down the hallway opposite the campfire. After the turn, you will find a door resembling a brick wall. Click on the door to open it. Beyond, you will see a small room with a rat and a treasure pile on an altar. Click on the treasure pile. It will open the inventory. You will see the treasure pile's contents on the right side of the inventory. With the remove option highlighted, click on the items to grab them for yourself. You can also loot enemy corpses after killing them, but the rat will have no treasure. Yes, okay. So I can click on things that might have treasure. These bones do not have treasure. I suppose it was a shipmate. Okay, now we're gonna go in here. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. For Sam the Pilgrim. Okay. Probably shouldn't have named him Sam. But, you know. And then we can loot this. 32 gold. Let's see. Leather. Fur boots. Did this give us any armor? Here, I'm just going to take them. Exit. And then we're going to do... What was it? F6 to bring up my inventory. And put them on. Oh, now we're looking good. Now we're looking good. That's cool. This is exciting. I'm assuming they give us some kind of defense too. The rat will have no loot. Okay. Continue through the dungeon. You can choose to fight or escape from the enemies. You will need weapons made of stronger material to hit some monsters. The upcoming monster can be hurt with iron weapons. Can't be hurt with iron weapons. You need steel or stronger to hurt it. Your fists will also work your high hand-to-hand skill before it to succeed. Okay. Nice. I'm just gonna wait because it said the next one will be in 5 seconds. So we're gonna... Some monsters are stronger than you. You can escape from them without consequence. If the enemy is giving you a lot of trouble, run away and leave it behind. You don't gain experience from killing enemies, so a strong enemy gives no No more reward than a weaker one. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. See. Some objects can be clicked on. In the main hall of the dungeon, you will find a throne and a lever next to it. When you see the lever, click on it to raise the throne like an elevator. Other dungeons will have objects with more effects, such as wheels and secret switches. To escape the dungeon, you need to look for a dark stone archway set into a wall, about the same height as you. When you click on it, you will exit the dungeon and enter the outdoors. The next message will appear at that time. Okay. Let me save again, since we're at that point. I'm still going to call it game start, because that way, if I need to start over, we start over past those points in the tutorial. Okay, here we go. Officially starting our little pilgrimage here. I gotta get used to pressing the right button. I hear monsters. I don't like the sound of them. We did it! We killed the imp! Body has no treasure. Oh, shoot. I hit Q by accident. I probably need it. Okay, let's go. Can I get this loot pile? Yes. Ooh. Steel gauntlets, you say? Let's see. A vest, you say? What happened to the vest? I'm not sure. The vest is not armor. So. Keep that. You know. Probably the best way to deal with this is to have as many backup weapons as you can, even if you're not skilled in certain things. So steel gauntlets would be better than my leather gauntlets. I feel like we should use them. Filter. What happened to the vest? Use whip. Wagon. I don't own a weapon. Of course I don't. Gold. 150 gun gold pieces. How much do you wish to drop? None of it. Okay. Let me, I really need a quick save button, but I don't know what buttons are available. Some controls. Mode. Okay, I feel like if I do F9, that would be okay. So let me do controls, advanced, F9. Did that do anything to my stream? I don't think so. And it's not red. So we can continue forward. Okay. Now I can do this. Game save. Quick saving is essential. So. The imp has no treasure, and that is sad. Okay, I think I took him down in like 2 hits, so I feel pretty good about that. Rat is dead. Rat is dead. Dead again. Dead is rat. Tell a friend. Okay. Do I go down there or do I keep going? This is the conundrum with Daggerfall Dungeons, and I don't remember Privateer's Hold well enough to know I need to. Oh, I killed him! I killed him! I killed him! I killed him! Alright, what you got on you? Leather boots? I have leather boots. Leather fur boots. Which one's better? Leather greaves? I don't know. Here, let me do this, this, and this, and another a steel sword versus I have an iron short sword. Steel short sword is gonna be better. Yes. Okay. That's if my ebony dagger runs out. If in the near future, then I don't have to worry about it. But man, this is cool. Okay, let's also take these greaves. The more armor, the better. Thief is dead. Dead again. Some kind of torture chamber with a loot pile. Steel brigand Kusei. I don't know where a Kusei goes on the body. It looks like gloves. I already have steel gauntlets. Yeah. So let's find out. Let's see. F6. Okay, so these are going to be better than the greaves for sure. We're already upgrading like crazy here. Leather boots versus what's better, fur leather or leather? Leather. I don't know. I'm assuming the leather is better. Leather is better. I don't know the answer to this question. But you know, we're gonna experiment. We're gonna hit quick save. Oh, I'm glad we went down here. I didn't know if we could beat her, but we did, and I'm glad we attempted it. Woo! Scared me. I see a giant bat. Oh yeah, I saw a giant bat. Can we rest here? Still fully healed? I'm healed. Anything behind me? Anything in front of me? No. Okay. And then we were, topped up. Because that rat kind of surprised me. Oh, you! I know you! I'm very familiar with you. An archer that used that used like a big knife. You should meditate on what you've learned about stealth. I am stealthing. Or is it just because I'm not getting caught? Yeah. Black poppy. Steel on a bow. See, we're not gonna do potion of resist fire. Useful. Chain. I don't think that beats steel. Leather gloves. Again, don't think that builds. Leather hauberk. And a steel dagger. Definitely gonna have a steel dagger. We're 5 minutes away from another ad. I don't have a chest piece, so I'm gonna take that one. I mean, I know all these can be sold, which might be good. I'm gonna take these first. Until we start running out of loot, which we got some room. We got some looting room. Got an hour left in the stream. Right? See? Yeah. We should. It's been... Yeah, it's been an hour, so we got another hour. These streams are going to be 2 hours long every week for now. I might start earlier. I don't know. I haven't really settled on a stream time. Anyway, so I'm happy about that. Although he did kind of hurt me quite a bit. I don't think it's going to let me rest here. Ooh. Don't know what's in here. Except for this battle, which is definitely getting killed. Okay, first skeleton. Oh man. Okay. Well, that makes sense. It just makes sense. First skeleton wasn't fully healed. Makes sense. Um. Okay, if it's gonna keep telling me that, that's not. Load save game. Quick save. Load. Game loaded. So can I rest here? There are enemies nearby. Because of course there are. So in there is a big hallway. There might be an enemy in here. I'm getting hurt. There were two of them. They were stacked on top of each other. Still fully healed. Okay. Alright, now I'm fully healed. Goodness. Alright. That other door is where I need to go. I don't even know if I can get up there. I can climb, probably. Here I'm most likely safe. Which we have an ad coming up, so. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Let's see if we can beat the bat and the skeleton now that we're adequately. Let me save. Let's see. Pre-skeleton. Can I beat the bat and the skeleton in 2 minutes? Where'd they be? You don't see me. Is there no bat now? Okay, so let's... I don't see the bat, so let's go after boy. Hello, sir. He still killed me. Okay. Lesson learned. Even at full health, I can be killed by a skeleton. That's not ideal. That's gonna do that every time. Alright, I'm gonna let this ad go now. Of course, it's still giving me a 1 minute timer. There we go. Ad in progress. Okay. Sorry, my snack break ran longer than the ad break. Anyway, so we're back in here. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we didn't look at history. Okay. We didn't look at a character's backstory that they generate for you. And I really want to do that. This is a slow playthrough. You know, the streams are not meant to be like quick, fast streams. This is a slow, mostly weekly pilgrimage through Daggerfall. So we are going to read our character's history. Your father was the healer for a very small village deep in the rolling hills of High Rock. You have few memories of your mother, a beautiful, kind woman who taught you magic. You always remember her, entertaining you for hours with tricks. Your favorite was her casting a spell that made it impossible for you to speak. The plague that took her was too strong for her or your father to fight. It was her wish that you trained in the School of Restoration, and there you showed promise, exceeding your father. As you grew, as you grew, it was apparent that you had unusually strong magical powers. Soon you were able to dispel sound from the air yourself. You remember your father talking about an evil battle mage, Yeagar Thurn, how it was known in his circle that he had usurped the power of the land away from its rightful ruler. No one dared to move against him, impersonating certain nobles for information and amusement. No one dared to rule against him, impersonating for information and amusement. One day in your 20th year, a courier arrived at your house with the news that a powerful hero had killed Yeagarthon and restored the rightful emperor to the throne. Your tender-hearted father openly wept with joy at the news. The courier also brought the news that there would be a great celebration in Imperial City, and that all the people who had worked secretly to depose Tharn were invited. Once the courier left, you asked your father if you could go to the celebration. Your father turned to you and said that it was time you made your own way in the world. He gave you a marvelous book and a very unusual staff, and sent you on the way to the Imperial City and the celebration. After many days of travel, you approached the capital of the realm, the Imperial City. You noticed a small band of travelers only a short distance in front of you. As you were about to hail them, they were attacked by brigands who had been lying wait in the woods along the road. You rushed to help the other travelers. As you approached, one of the brigands raised his short sword to strike you. In a natural reflex, you tried to deflect the blow with the staff your father gave you. As the sword struck the staff, a great bolt of lightning erupted from it, and both weapons shattered. The brigands and the travelers all stopped and stared at you. As the thunder subsided, the brigands ran back into the woods. You were mobbed by the travelers who thanked you profusely for saving them. Members of the imperial family who had been visiting in the country and were returning to the imperial city for the celebration. They insisted that you come with them to the palace and have an audience with the emperor. The emperor was very impressed by your bravery and knew your family as loyal supporters of the empire. He presented you with an ebony dagger. The celebrations continued for weeks, and the emperor often called on for you for informal talks. When you were not in audience, you usually spent your time learning how to tell the nobles what they wanted to hear. One night, you were called to the emperor's presence in a manner such that you knew the business was serious. He met you in his study, and there told you he had a favor to ask. Okay. So, and then the opening cutscene occurred. Okay, so that's what that is. All right. So that is our character's backstory. I'm gonna quick save again, just out of paranoia. All right. Oop, I'm using the wrong mouse, so it's doing weird, wrong mousey things. Okay. All right. Can we even defeat this skeleton? That is my question. I feel like you can. I'm just not timing my attacks. Let me. See, I should have healed, and instead I was like, let me just get out of the way. Whew, okay. I'm learning, though. This is teaching me, the reflexes, and that's good. That is what we want. Okay, I need to fix that at some point so that doesn't occur every time. Where did the bat go? Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. Oh, he got me. Dang it. I was thinking about healing, but like, all right, need to get used to like SQ, something along those lines. Goal for this stream: kill our first skeleton. All right, and I'm sure it's harder to do with a dagger, but it's the editing dagger. It's supposed to be the best dagger. Oh shoot! I hit something. I'm gonna reload because I did something wrong there, and I don't know how to fix it mid-combat. Or did I drop my dagger? Did he knock the dagger out of my hands? Not even sure. Or did the dagger break that quickly? I need to heal. I should have healed. Problem is, I keep rolling my chair backwards, so that's not helping my concentration at all. Ooh. It's like my chair. I roll my chair backwards when my character moves to dodge Skelly. I really want to kill him. I know I can probably run away, but I want to kill him. Taking stuff. I did it. Oh lordy. Can I rest? Yes, I'm still healed. I'm healed. Anything else? Ooh, I did it. Oh my gosh, I did it. Golly. Okay. 4 gold on this Skelly bro. Oh my goodness. I am doing a hard save on that one. First skeleton victory. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that was a tough one. Yeah. I don't know where the bat went, though. I don't even know if this is like the place with the thing or if this is just a separate. No, I think it is. I think this is it. This is the lever. I found the lever. Pull the lever, frog. Okay. Scuzzy. Okay. Here, let me just do a quick save. Because we found the lever. Don't know whether to go up or to go in. I'm too far away. I don't remember. Oh man. Oh shit. Further and critical strike. Well, that's good. Things are fighting things. But those things are not me. So if I does this tell me where the exit is at all? No. I don't know if I'm going the right way or not. I hear another skelly bro, and I don't want to fight another one. I'm just looking for the way out. Do things open doors? I can't really remember how this game operates. It comes to stuff like that. Open way. Just gotta pass it up. Stealth. Okay, my stealth and my critical strike, which is probably really useful. Is this a good one? Is this a good room? Oh, I'm killing baddies in one hit. I'll take it. Woo! Shoot! Well, that was probably. Look back. 4 hits. I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah. I don't know where he came from. He came out of nowhere. I don't remember where I saved. Whew. Alright. Goodness. Okay. Go up this way? I don't know. Yeah, I did. That was one hit. I resisted some form of spell. So there must have been dude in there. Let me just check this room. That's the exit! I can't believe I missed the exit. I'm gonna let them fight it out. The Imp's probably gonna win, but the Imp will be damaged. Yeah. There's no treasure on the Imp. There is small tooth. Okay. I'm out of here. Ugh. Can I rest? After much... Until fully healed. I'm healed. Okay. Okay. I made it! I made it! I made it! This character is a little squishy against skeletons, which is probably problematic because that is one of the main dead foes that you fight in death. But I will take it. We'll get better. Okay. The world of Daggerfall is immense, and generally can't be traveled in real time. With the travel map, normally by pressing V. The region that you are in is highlighted in red. Click on that region and get a focused map. click Find and type Daggerfall. For now, the travel settings on cautiously and ends. These settings will ensure that you arrive in the morning. You do not want to arrive in Daggerfall City at night. Next message when you travel to a city. Just note it in tutorial. Gotta keep the tutorials going. Map. Oh. Wait. What did they say? Uh-oh. T? No. Map. I was not paying attention. How do I bring up the map? Okay. To the controls. Transport is T. That's not what we want. Map. Auto map. Notebook, logbook. Travel map is V. Okay. V. Alright. Let me click on this. And we want to go to... Yeah, we want to go to Daggerfall. You are correct. No, we're in Daggerfall. I want to go to Daggerfall. 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 You wish to travel to Daggerfall? Yes. Yes. Cautiously. I ship and use ends. Begin. Critical strike skill is improved. That's probably useful. Find a townsperson nearby. Press F4 to remote to dialogue, and then click on the person. You will enter a conversation window. You can use the window to ask for directions and places. If a person is unfriendly or doesn't know, find another peasant. Once that person tells you what direction the building is in, you can keep repeating that request until they mark it on your map. This is very important for finding locations. Seeking entertainment, some of the local villagers have set up a competitive game nearby. Several poles rise in the air with ropes between them, and contestants will hold on as long as they can withstand. The last one to go will receive a potion of cure poison. One spot remains if you want to join in. No. Yeah. That's exactly right. Okay. That's cool, though. Bulletin board. Daggerfall. Any person from Apothecaries of Mara will be persecuted to the full extent of the law. King Gothard. Let me put my dagger away. That'll probably intimidate some folks. I'm just out and about with my dagger hanging out. It is currently 2:26. We got out of Daggerfall on the first stream, though. It said F4. Okay. So now we can click on her. By the crypt, it's you. What is it? I'm gonna be... Let's try normal first. How about tavern? Now, are you a stranger? Do you know where the... How are you, stranger? Do you know where the taverns are? Black Dungeon? Last time I checked, it was right here. See it on your map. Okay. So now we know, should know, where the Black Dungeon is. We chose the farthest away thing. Okay, thank you. Alright. The conversation window also has options for finding people and asking for news, including for local quests as work. at the top left corner of the conversation window when it's open and see the different topics you can ask about. Okay, yes. I'm gonna keep it going. Hello, Victoria Coppersley. Why are the women surrounding me in such a manner? This is awkward. Okay. I am a pilgrim. If you gain treasure starting dungeon, you will want to sell it. Pawn shop is most useful for this, though general goods stores and armor smiths can also buy some kinds of good. Find one such store somewhere in town. You can ask peasants for directions to them or press F3 to change the info mode and click on the buildings to learn what they are from a distance. General stores open at 6 a.m. Pawn shops and armor smiths open later. Check the current time in game. Usually the eye key. Stores are still closed. Press the rest button to loiter, not rest. So they're open. Note that if you loiter right now, the next tutorial message will appear immediately. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going because I'm learning a lot. Excuse me, madam, but do you know where the what do I want? I want a pawn shop. Pawn shop is. Daggerfall's best pawnbrokers is somewhere southeast of here, I think. Okay. It's really, if you don't mind walking. It's really easy. You'll want to go. I guess I can tell you. Okay, it's on my map now. Goodness. Most characters want to join at least one guild. As you rise in a guild, you get more benefits to rise in rank. You must improve skills in the guild cares about and perform quests on a regular basis to improve your reputation with them. All spellcasters. Cool, you playing with Unity? What class did you go with? Oh. Sorry, I missed that. I just saw these. I hope you're still there, my friend. I made my own class, and I don't know if it's any good. I'm calling it a Pilgrim of Arcade. Not that it's roleplay based on that. It's mainly short blade and mysticism and restoration for primary, and then etiquette and I'll have to show you. Hold on. So if I hit F5, we have skills. We have primary skills, short blade, restoration, mysticism. Major skills, etiquette, mercantile, and medical. Minor skills, in hand, running, dodging, climbing, daedric, thaumaturgy. And my hand-to-hand damage is at 3 to 5. So that's where we're at. Got 28 minutes left in the stream. I'm looking for a pawnbroker. What mods am I using? That is a good question, my good friend. Let me show you real quick. It's really quick. Hold on. Get this collection. Beginner starter set. If you've never played Daggerfall before and you want Daggerfall Unity to be better for somebody who's never played, I've been told this is where to go. This was recommended by Zarek Sahakuran on his YouTube channel, although it's not made by him. So I think this is the best bang for your buck if you want, beginner, but also modded, you know? So, and these are some of the stuff. I haven't really looked at the individual mods. I plan to do that later. So, that should give you an idea of what we're running. and what you can get for yourself. So back to game. Oh yeah, if you use the Vortex program like I did, it's a collection in Vortex. It'll automatically install it. Alright, so she showed me the pawnbrokers. Where is this pawnbroker? Daggerfall's. That's all across the map. She wasn't kidding when she said southeast. Can I fast travel? Nope. That is nothing. But it is closer to the end of town. So maybe we turn on info mode. Okay, wait. The last task of all is to find a quest. Daggerfall's quests are radiant. Choosing locations around you as places where things will happen. Doing quests for guilds will help you increase in ranks with them. So that may be a priority for you. After you've joined the guild, find someone inside the guild. They get quest. Accept or reject the quest you're given. Okay. Yes. Alright. Many quests will send you yes. Okay. Alright. Let's just walk around. Interaction mode is in info mode. This is the end of the tutorial. Daggerfall is a game with many unique and intricate mechanics, so learn from other players about the game's quirks. You can add mods to the game once you understand the basics. Okay. So if I just click on a building, the Thirsty Muskrat, that's another tavern. Thirsty Muskrat. Okay. Let's just walk around. That's a residence. People live there. They reside, if you will. Residents as well. I think what I'm looking for would have a sign. Correct? That's also a residence. There's a lot of houses. They do not have a housing crisis, apparently. Also a residence. I'm using the wrong mouse. There we go. General retail store. It's not a pawnbroker, but he might buy what I have to sell. Incense and soft music soothe your nerves as you cross the threshold. Each item in the shop is carefully mounted and displayed. Not the slightest defect can be detected in any item within. Well, hello, my good man. You see, run near whatever. What's the dialogue button? Is it F4? Yes, dialogue mode. I want to sell you items. What? How come that's all I... Oh! Clothing! Okay. Ash! Oh. Oops. Hold on. Where's... Okay. I accidentally put my hand on my headphone jack. Okay. Alright. So I have a book. You're not getting my book. You're not getting either of my books. I don't sell books, I buy books. Magic items. Ingredients. I should have more of these. Did I not loot appropriately? I think I looted wrong. I'm not sure. Unless he just doesn't buy armor. That's a possibility too. I should still probably look for a pawnbroker. Which shirt would I rather wear? Here, can I try on my clothes in front of you? I'm in Daggerfall at 7:44 on the Turtis in the 12th of Morningstar. In the eyes of the law of Daggerfall, you are a common citizen. I am healthy. That's good. I pressed the wrong button. It is F5. No, I still pressed the wrong button. F6. See, I have all this. He must not buy what I'm selling, but now I realize there are categories, things. That's immodest. I like this shirt. It looks like it could be clouds or sombreros, but I'm gonna go with ducks. It's a duck shirt. Okay, that's a very nice shirt. I wish I could wear both, but I can't. And since I have chosen my clothing, you can have the ones that I don't really. Does this bandage help me? I don't know if it does. So I'm gonna keep it, and you can have what I'm selling you. Enough of this endless stickering. You are obviously in great need. Normally I would pay far less, but for you I will offer 1 gold. I'll take it. That is cheap. Okay, and I'm gonna get out of his shop so he doesn't accuse me of just hanging around. And then we're gonna press F3 for info mode. Just gonna learn what everything is. Residence. The King's Folly, another tavern. Oh, we got some competition going, look. Look at the amount of taverns we got here. We have a jester. Outside. The White Muskrat. That must have been an offshoot of the Thirsty Muskrat, if you ask me. Seems pretty obvious. This building looks important. It's a very big residence. They must be very wealthy. That's also a residence. Also a residence. Okay. The Superior Merchant. The Superior use stores closed, opens from 9 to 20. So that's not open yet, that's fine. How much time do I have left? I have about 20 minutes left in this stream. I'm going to start on a semi-regular basis, streaming every Saturday from 1 to 3. I may change that to like 12:30 to 3, or 1 to 3:30, but 1 to 3 for now. Might even be 12:30 to 3:30 to give me a full 3 hours. I don't know yet. But it's definitely going. I'm going to try to be weekly, with the exception of the next 2 weeks. Yeah. I'm just checking things out. The pawnbrokers are not open, is what I'm gathering. But I want to fill up my map, because I feel like Daggerfall is going to be a place I go back and forth. But where is RK worshipped? Because that'll be the question. That'll probably be where I set up shop, if I can find, like, RK's main city in this town. See, the Flying Dragon. I'm assuming that is a another tavern. Lots of taverns here. Lots of drinking going. They're also closed. Residents. Just walking around town because right now it's 8:21. So even the pawnbrokers I know about are not going to be open. Bargain bookstore. We gotta go to a bookstore. Can I read outside? Will you let me read outside? Would that be frowned upon? Let's see. We have King Edward Part 1 and the Memory Stone. The Memory Stone might be an interesting read. Let's oh, no. Don't put a book on the ground. That's obscene. This is a faithful reproduction. Is this from the from the memory stone of Makeleleki. The thoughts recorded in Makeleleki's memory stone, found in the Bankori Pass in the year of reckoning, First Era 973, 7 years before the fall of Orsinium, due to the combined efforts of the armies of Daggerfall, Sentinel, and the Order of Diagonal. Almost all of this is in the first person, as Michaela was unfamiliar with the protocols and scholarly formalities of recording herself into a memory stone. Nonetheless, her heroism and her deeds live on. Her memories fresh in the stone for all to feel in her. I wonder if this will really work. Is this thing on? The Mages Guild told me. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky. The Mages Guild took me for 24,000 gold crowns if it doesn't. Imagine, the stone will record my thoughts. What did they say? Just unwrap it from the silver foil and leather bag, and as soon as it touches my flesh, it will begin to record. Ah. The pain I must block. I must block it. Okay, so it hurts. Block it out. No one would want to hold my stone and hear my thoughts if I let it record my pain. Thank the Ebenarn and the training I received in the Hall of the Virtues of War. I can block out this pain. There it is, walled off. Yes, I can still see it there, just beyond my consciousness, lurking like a hungry wolf that will soon consume me. I see also my inevitable death from these damned wounds. No potions left. The healing crystals and ring are used up. See how much time do I have? Do I have time to finish this? Potentially. Probably. I have 15 minutes. I can finish a book in 15 minutes. Yes, I can still see. There, just beyond my consciousness, lurking like a hungry wolf. Let's see. No potions left. So I'm gonna get through singing. The thrill of battle. Frandar's Hunting's Book of Circles. The Way of the Sword. But then that is my story. I got ahead of myself. I get ahead. So I am Makeleleki, a warrior, a sword singer, a second level Ansei. In my cradle, I could form the Shehai, the spirit sword, a mystical blade. Mine formed a pure thought. Serpents intertwined with vines rose to form the blade as beautiful as... but I'm about to tell you about that. To tell you my story, a story of valiant battle, of my loves, of my wars, of betrayal, and of the last glorious victory. To tell you of how I came to this distant, lonely pass, me and the army that would fall on my people like cowards in the night. But again, I get ahead of myself. I'm a simple warrior. I grew up as a maiden of the Spirit Blade. As early as I can remember, I wanted to be a singer, to feel the hunger of the blade in my hands, to feel it come alive and take my enemies. I am told our people are artisans and poets. Were artisans and poets long ago in our desert homes. Here in new home now known as Hammerfell. Many of us have returned to those ancient ways, but to me there is but one way, of the sword. And this is hard to tell. I grew up in my noble family, the only one of 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and felt the calling, the song of the sword. Father understood, for he too had felt the call. He had become a master in Ansei long before settling down within our state to raise a family. At 11, I entered in the Hall of the Virtues of War and joined the Men's of the Spirit Sword. In my band, there were six of us: Daring Julia, Solid Patia, King Katie, Svelte Seglia, Wise Zell, and me. All are gone now, save me, and soon I will join them in the halls of the unknown gods of war. We drank together, we fought, we wept, we grew in the way of the sword. We joined our learnings in the hall with our brothers of the blade, learning from each other. We all sat at the feet of the hallmaster, striving to learn the depths of the Shihai, making the spirit blade into a real weapon, as friend our hunting had. Only a few have the purity of heart and virtue to be able to take the step and learn mysteries of Ansei, sword sainthood. Somehow, of all the brothers and the maidens, I only possess the unique qualities, the faint but strong enough flicker of magicka to call forth the Shihai. Many times I called it. Seldom would it become substantial enough to be a weapon. To be an Ansei of the first level, you need to be able to call it, and that I could. So I became the first Ansei from our local hall in 2 generations. Oh, I have so much to tell, so many memories, so many treasures to share with you, my own companions. How do I start? The pain is still there, lurking, hungry, slowly consuming what's left of me. I guess I'd better tell of the final battle, the one that has left me here, and then if I have the will left to tell you of my life, of my love. Raelif, forgive me. My mind wanders. Let me go to the final battle. To start in the middle. Yes. We maidens grew, learned, mastered the way, and upon completing the walkabout, to you who are not singers, this is a wilderness wander in the countryside of wrongs, defeating monsters, performing quests in the name of virtue. Some of us in our hall took years to finish. Always there is danger. We 6 maidens each returned in our good time. Do I get revision 10 of the mod? Wonder if it will keep the save I already got. Yeah, I'll get the most recent revision. I updated mine before I even started streaming, so I wouldn't try to get anything else. And as far as your save, I'm not 100% sure. I would definitely look up a YouTube tutorial when you get a chance, just to make sure you're doing this right. If you need to, look up Zarek Zahakaran. Just type in Zarek, Z-A-R-I-C, and you should start. If you type in Zarek plus Z and see his name, and then type in Daggerfall mods, that might bring up his video, and he can tell you all about the collection and then how to install it. It's really easy. I just don't know about the whole already your current save. That makes sense. Anyway, where was I? We returned each to our own lives. Wait, no. So they did the thing. Always there was a danger. We 6 maidens returned to each to our good time. But many are they who do not live to return from the walkabout. We return each to our own lives to meet the hall once a week, tell our stories to the new maidens and brothers, and to perform instructions in the way of the sword. All was well till the night of the mid-year festival. All our people were reveling and enjoying the repast. But for we 6 maidens, it happened that the festival day fell on the day of meeting in the hall. our day of prayer and fasting and honor in the way of the sword. And we met late into the night, and knocking rang our door. When I opened it, there was a guardian. There was a guardian of the Bankery Pass in the Rothgarian Mountains, wounded near death. He told us of betrayal from the north, an invasion sponsored by the Crystal Tower of High Rock, led by King Jolie of Daggerfall, our ally, the war with Orsinium. Our ally in the war with Orsinium. Quickly, we used up a crystal of healing and restoring him to vitality. We sent him on to the king, while we 6 grabbed our weapons and armor power, and as many potions, marks, and crystals and rings as we could carry. We flew to the pass, hoping upon hope that we would not be too late. Our journey was not in vain, for we arrived just at the very point where the 3 last guardians were overwhelmed by the horde. Into the pass we ran, forming the old battle line, 6 abreast. Oh, did we fight! The song of the sword was joyous noise slicing through the ranks of evil. We fought for hours. Julia was first to fall, a cowardly poisoned dagger finding a rent in her armor. Then one by one all fell save me. Oh, cruel ebon arm! Then my beloved sword, the sword of my father, the one with the serpent's cast, fashioned by the master swordsmith, Singer Tansal, broken my hands. All was lost. Our 6 lives spent in vain. Now many of them would pour through the pass. I would be easy prey for them. Like a newborn child, I wept in frustration. Then I remembered the hearth in our home, the book, Freyndar Hunting's Book of Circles, the Way of Strategy. I reached for the Shehai, the spirit sword, and that which I could never reliably form when needed, and behold, it was alive with fire. I formed it in my hand, ablaze with power. Oh, I slew mightily, right and left, like a scythe through wheat. All the way, the Lord of the Tower I fought. All the way to the Lord of the Tower I fought. With one blow, I hit his magical armor asunder, and more took his head. But to do the deed cost me dearly, wounds by a dozen. For although I had magical armor, it was not formed of spirit like my blade. It was not as invincible as my blade or my own spirit, and I was sorely wounded. With the falling of King Jolie, the army crumbled. They fled before my wrath. All ran back toward the pass, not even pausing to collect their dead and wounded. All who could stand ran for their lives. I slew all I could reach, but my breath was coming short, and the pain. Finally, I rested on this rock where you find me now. I don't know why I chanced to bring this stone along. I bought it on a whim, really, with the loot from well, I guess I need to really stop and tell my story in order. I feel able to go on, to tell you more, the eternal night descending more slowly than I thought. Not just yet. Am I ready to compose my death poem? A little sip of water, and well, I think I will go back and tell you my life. Maybe some details about that battle, and oh yes, about Rayleigh and her children. Where will I start? I am a simple warrior. I grew up as a maiden of the Spirit Blade, as early as I can remember. Rest in peace, dear one. It is now 2:58. So, I think we're going to end it there with the story of Malachi. And next we're going to do some shopping, a little more shopping in Daggerfall, I think. We have a little gold to spend. And there's a bookstore nearby, which is something this character would definitely want to peruse and check out. I think that's good. We finished Privateer's Hold. We got to Daggerfall. We looked around. We read the books that we have in our possession. And, or one of them. We didn't read it, King Edward I. I was more interested in the Memory Stone book myself. So, but, hold on. What is our... It's still only 8:35. So the shop is still not open. That's fine. But I like that. I like that I could read a book. It didn't really pass any time. Let's see. How much time is passing? Like a minute a second, basically. Maybe a little bit slower than that. I don't know. I'm dropping things over here. But anyway, I'm going to end my stream there. To everyone that watched, to Stoner Cat, or Stoner Cat, excuse me, and anybody else that watched, I appreciate you, even if you're just lurking. And like I said, we're going to continue this. I don't know about next week or the week after that. We'll have to see, because I'm planning to travel, so I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to stream next week or the week after. If I can squeeze it in, I will, because I want to continue our little pilgrimage here and get as much of Daggerfall as we can. Again, this is a slow burn. This isn't a let's be fast and let's do all the quests. This is a let's learn Daggerfall, let's learn the lore, let's learn our character, and learn the story as we go. I hope you'll join me. If you're out there and you want to see more of this, feel free to subscribe to YouTube and follow on Twitch, and you'll catch me wherever you're most comfortable seeing me. But with that, I'm gonna save because I'm not done. Stream 1 and here we go. Stream 1 and do we do with this? Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, the people watching at home, go with God and game on.